That makes sense.
Alright, welcome everybody. This is the first night of story night with the boys and my sister. We're going to be diving into Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm recording this purely for the boys that are missing out tonight. Purely for the boys. So we're going to get into this with a new game. This is going to kind of be sort of like a choose your own adventure thing. So I'll be asking anybody here in the chat to make choices, vote on it, have fun with it. I'm currently just joined by Matt. I know Brad will be here later. Matt, have you any experience with this? Dope. Alright, anyways, here we go with a new game. Gonna enter the name. What do you want this name to be, Matthew?
Oh, it's a big. Oh god, that's a lot of pressure. Cinnamon.
Gotcha. Alright. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Cinnamon. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayuri. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Cinnamon, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Spoken like a man of culture. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look into a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay!
Yay.
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little, at least a bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Butchered that a bit, but whatever. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayuri wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayuri? Sayuri must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayuri. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayuri is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayuri is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayuri across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayuri, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayuri always says nice things about you. Matt, do you want to read this one?
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Do you want to read one?
Ah, Cinnamon! What a nice surprise!
Don't have to be so loud into the
Oh,
mic.
too bad.
You did alright.
Fuck you. Welcome to the club.
Ellipse. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayuri. You can just ignore her. She gets moody. Sayuri says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayuri and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Cinnamon.
Monica smiles sweetly.
Oh yeah, we fucking
We
her.
do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come, sit down, Cinnamon. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayuri mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayuri. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayuri. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay. Are you ready? Ta-da!
Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well,
Well, you know.
My lines.
Just hurry and take one.
Sayuri grabs one, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayuri talks with her mouth full, and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayuri said...
Well, maybe. But not for you. No, you, dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of that question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year?
Haha, well, you know.
It's story night with the boys. And Maggie
What?
wanted it.
Wait, does Miss Bush, does Kim want to join?
Yeah.
Can we get Kim in out of this?
I did. I don't know who gave it to her.
I
'cause
don't know.
up top.
It was up there.
Can we get Kim in on this?
She probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
She got it somehow.
To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make it into something special. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica really is a great leader.
Debatable.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince the people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah. We'll do our best.
You know it.
I can't hear it.
He's talking in a real deep voice. Everyone
Maggie not hear me?
enthusiastically agrees. No, she cannot because she's a scrub and doesn't have Discord downloaded.
I do have it downloaded.
So then plug in some earbuds and participate. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three.
No.
Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Cinnamon, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds herself comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh? Why's that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud. And give that back.
Fine, fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems? Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it!
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Cinnamon?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But...
I'm sorry, I thought... Cinnamon? You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Cinnamon, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Cinnamon, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayuri and I never walked home together anymore, because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
Hell yeah.
It's time to write a poem, guys. Alright,
Fuck.
pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. So we're going to save the game here.
Thank you. I'm gonna fuck it up.
Alright, so we're going to take turns picking words here, and by we, I mean you two. So, Matt, you go first pick.
Your
Bubbles.
Matt.
hope.
Max.
Incapable.
Young Matthias.
Poof.
Broken.
Alright, Matt.
Valentine?
Marriage.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Joy.
Joy? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Suicide.
Thank you for picking it.
Alright, go, Matt.
Suicide. Why is suicide a fucking option? And why did a girl get excited by that? Oh my god. Let's go vivacious.
Climax.
Jesus.
The suicide and climax. Wrath.
Here you go. Sticky.
Thank you. Oh. Bouncy.
Anxiety.
Oh, I didn't even see that one yet.
Yes.
My god. Kind of dark. Let's go. You want do a nice one. Adventure.
Fireflies.
Come on. Massacre.
Alright.
Vertigo.
She's fucking. Yeah, I was about to say vertigo.
Alright. I saw a lot of Yuri and a lot of Natsuki jumping.
Hi again, Cinnamon.
I'm gonna turn them all down.
I'm gonna save real quick.
Hi. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Cinnamon. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. See, you already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Young Matthias.
I know.
God damn it. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Cinnamon always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with my busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
And he's a simp.
Sayuri, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so?
Jesus.
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
Oh god.
How come? You and Cinnamon can become good friends too. Sayuri. As usual, Sayuri seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayuri. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayuri made it sound like it was a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Eh? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically took the book. Phew! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down to the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayuri's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though.
Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds.
That doesn't solve the problem, though.
What do you mean?
Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do something to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayuri is taking this really seriously. It's rare to see her deliberating like this.
Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick?
What kind?
Well, I guess we could.
Cupcakes!
Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that.
You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly.
That wasn't why you suggested it?
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy.
Cupcakes it is, then.
I'm hungry.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself.
I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayuri is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayuri can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes.
Aw.
Ah! I open my eyes to find Sayuri's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry.
It's fucking creepy.
Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
I wish it was.
Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayuri. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayuri. It's written all over you. Sayuri glances around at herself. How's it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair's sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayuri's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But no one's ever gonna notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's
Jesus.
gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up? Seriously, Sayuri. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
Jeez. Holy shit.
That's
Pull the fucking guns on that one.
Yet, I guess Cinnamon's a dick, huh?
God.
Holy shit.
That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button up her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind.
I did not.
This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
No.
I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close?
Oh god.
I struggle to forcefully close the bottom near the chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it.
Oh god.
Mood.
If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? I mean, my boobs got bigger again.
Yes,
Thanks.
yes, they did.
Don't say that out loud.
Jesus.
Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see Sayuri's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayuri hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better.
I can breathe.
Sayuri puts her arms out and twirls around. So if we keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let me do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I keep it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
Damn, this guy's blind as fuck.
Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway. Just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayuri.
Bruh!
Aw, but I was joking that time.
Oh. This man.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Okay, everyone.
Eh? Monica suddenly calls out.
Why don't we share the poems we wrote now?
Excited.
Yay! Simon, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same.
No.
I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayuri still trots away to retrieve her poem.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait! Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright guys, who do we show the poem to first?
Alright, this one's a tough call. Can Maggie hear me?
Show it to Matt.
I'm gonna give her the
Maggie
headset,
there.
you two talk it out.
Alright, Maggie.
And then once you have a conclusion, let me know.
Alright, bud, who we picking?
It's a tough call. The first one's the most important person, because they're going to think we like them the most.
Ooh, true.
Sayori is the biggest flirt ever, and we're a fucking blind bitch, so...
It's very true.
Holy shit, the signs are insane.
Right?
Alright, honestly, I don't think I'm not feeling Natsuki.
You're not.
Gonna be honest
You're
with
not feeling yourself?
No, I'm not feeling myself. I think I just know.
Okay.
Alright. I have an idea. I've been thinking about this as Cole's been reading.
Uh-huh.
Who's the easiest to get with?
I don't know. I've never played through this before.
I've never either. That's
So-
why it's insane.
I mean, I would think it's, Sayori.
Yeah, because she's already like halfway to third base, and we're not even rounding the turn to first. Yeah,
So-
she's pretty. I feel like she's pretty good. Yuri just seems like she's ready to drop her pants.
You might be right
She-
about that.
I'm just thinking that. Monica, I'm not sure about.
No, not Monica.
She seems like that she's interested, but not going to be interested enough to go anywhere with.
I think you and I are out. So it's
Yeah,
between
we-
Cole and Cole.
which is how I expected it to go.
Yeah,
Sarah's
me
the easiest one.
And
Do we
I
want to
think
get
that's
laid?
what
Is
it's
the
good,
question.
so I'm not talking to myself as much. I don't think
I
it's
don't know.
healthy.
I have no
How
idea.
bad? Do we want to get laid, or do we want to just get laid, basically, faster or a
Pick
little bit more
one. We're
time?
just sharing a poem.
This is crucial.
It matters.
It matters.
Should we go just get your own earbuds and hook up?
Cole, do you want to fuck or do you want to be fucked?
It doesn't matter. Just pick.
I'll-
Do you,
I will
This
agree
is
to
for
this
your
decision,
guys'
Maggie.
Choose your own adventure
Do-
bullshit.
do you,
I
do
will
you,
agree to this.
do you want to fuck or do you want to be fucked? Which one?
Pick. Assign a
Fine,
number
Cole.
to one or the other. Got it.
No.
All right. Does Matt got it?
No.
Matt, assign a number to one of the each. All right, and then I'll pick a number.
Got it.
All
There you
right.
go.
The number is 3. Fucking pick.
I didn't choose a 3. Wait, give
Three
me a
isn't
second.
an option.
Wait. Give
So-
me a
so
sec. I'll
you're
pick a
either
3
going
as well.
Yuri or Sayuri.
All right, 1 or 2.
Because it's me
One
or
or
me.
two.
Let's pick Sayuri then.
No, Cole,
No.
1 or 2.
One or two.
2.
Sayori.
Sayori.
Okay. God.
Alright, I'm giving him the headset.
Every choice matters.
Alright. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayuri first.
That's not in our consideration.
She's my good friend after all. Ellipse. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Cinnamon. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Massacre
Sayuri?
suicide.
Yes. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Pause. Brendan's here.
Brendan's
Hi.
here. Brendan!
Hi.
Alright, we're assigning you a character. You're doing Yuri.
Okay.
Brendan gets to play the depressed bitch.
Yeah, who was always excited when we chose suicide?
Yay, yay, yay.
Alright.
Sorry, Brendan.
So pretty much all you missed so far is we've written our first poem, and we just joined the club.
Yay.
Sayuri we've known for a long time. Yuri, which will be voiced by you, is kind of like the bookworm, more comfortable reading books and interacting with other people. Matt is voicing Natsuki. Natsuki is like the...
Bitch.
Yeah, it's very tsundere. Maggie is voicing Monica. And I'm currently voicing Sayuri and the main character.
Which is Cinnamon.
Yeah.
Alright.
Right.
Jeez.
Shit.
I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understood you better than a lot of other people, you know? So, when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a cinnamon poem.
Oh god.
And that makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it. Sayuri hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayuri. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Cinnamon. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright. I'm going to hold you up to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Alright.
I read it?
I was gonna read it in her voice.
Oh, that's fair. Damn.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
I agree.
Sayuri. This is just a guess, but... Did you wait until the morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Goodness, I'm losing it. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
I came.
Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna rate the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright guys, who do we show the poem to next?
Monica. I don't want to read yet.
Okay, guess me and you are doing some reading, Max.
Oh, okay.
Gotta move this mic, we gotta get in position.
I'll talk to
Hi,
you.
Cinnamon. Having a good time so far.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. No, I'm not. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
What a bitch.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better at just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Please.
Don't worry, Cinnamon. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all have to learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like.
Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common.
Well... We may be
Oh.
good friends, but Sayuri and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect.
Mass suicide.
The way she talks about you sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
Ahaha, I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Damn.
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Damn.
Well,
Totally.
to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot.
Oh.
It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
Thank
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ahahaha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Yes.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident.
I feel that.
That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Fucking scroll bar.
Oh, fuck! Hole
Oh,
in wall.
fuck.
It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching
Why'd you
forever
stop
into
there?
everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you'd call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
Ahaha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a lot.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. Ma'am. I'm kind of nervous to talk about the deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
And that's the podcast.
Alright, she's dipping for a drink. Alright, who's up next?
Wait, can I also dip for a drink?
Sure.
I got a refill.
Alright, are you ready, Brendan?
No,
Sure.
I want to be here for it. No,
Okay.
I'm enjoying
Okay,
this.
then I'll hit a save spot. I'll save. We'll take a small breather, because then I could finally start working on this water bottle I've had here for the past like 10 minutes open that I haven't touched yet.
Oh, I should go find my water bottle.
The bottom of the Bacardi
Somewhere.
bottle.
Oh, you grabbed Bacardi?
Yeah, I'm gonna go fill it up.
Alright, I'll go get my water bottle from the other room then.
Sounds good.
Yep.
So yeah, if y'all are big chilling here watching this story night with the boys. No, it doesn't just include the boys, clearly, because we have a girl with us. But anyways, if you're enjoying, I guess leave a like or whatever. I've been through this whole rodeo before. Everyone has not. So this will be a little bit of fun. Everyone else left to go get a drink. Oh god.
Back.
Alright, Brendan is back. Just waiting on Matt.
Hi, Brendan.
Alright, you can stop
Hi.
speaking in that shitty voice.
I'm really...
I don't see an issue with his voice.
I really recommend that you go get earbuds. Because then you could hear everyone else read their lines. Don't have earbuds.
No. I don't know what happened to my iPhone ones.
Oh.
I have my AirPods, but they're dead. They're dead beyond dead.
Howard Jim.
Do you have Discord?
Yeah.
Alright, because you just gotta listen. You can still use my mic and everything if you want.
Planned on it.
Oh, that would work, yeah.
Is Maggie? Can we talk to Maggie real quick?
Yeah, I'm getting her into Discord real quick.
Okay, that makes sense. Because
I mean, I'm
I
in
think
your
she needs to be here for this
Discord.
conversation.
Oh wow, that's rude.
So I have some pointers. Oh yeah, Brendan. We're
Yeah.
Our decision right now is who's the easiest to get with.
Oh.
That's how I'd like to base the game off of. I'm not sure if Maggie's the same way, but I think she is because she chose suicide in our poem.
Kinky.
Maggie?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh my.
Okay, cool. I have some topics. I have one thing I want to bring up. Can she still hear?
Yeah, I gave her earbuds.
Oh, she just can't talk through it. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
she
fine.
can.
Oh, she just muted.
Yeah, she's using Cole's mic.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, Maggie.
Whatever.
What's up?
Cool. So, off that conversation with Monica, I'm gonna say it's a lot easier than I thought.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to base the game off of how easy it is to get with one of them.
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
thinking they're all pretty easy.
They're all a
From
bunch of whores.
Yeah, and Cinnamon.
what I
did a good
understand,
job.
They're all just craving his cock. That's
They
what I
really,
understand.
that's really what's going on.
You're not wrong.
And it's hard to figure out who's the easiest because Monica just dropped a massive hint.
Oh yeah.
You missed who is it? Not Yuri. The other one, Sayuri.
Yeah,
I saw the
Sayori.
ending
she
of
was
her.
here for a little bit of that.
Yeah, we buttoned up her top, and she's just like, "Oh, I have big boobs,"
Yeah, that was fucking
Oh
weird.
dear.
and that's a big hint. But Monica just dropped some good knowledge there.
Alright, so who's ready to do their
I'll go.
reading? You'll go?
I'll go. Yeah, so
Alright.
give Brendan more options of voices to choose from.
Well, it's about. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
that's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotion.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
You want to get smacked?
Kinda.
I'll pass.
Yeah. Oh.
Just Maggie's comment in the back.
Well, anyway, I need to show you mine. Oh, this is gonna be good. Not that you'll like it.
What?
Oh,
I'm being
this is
loud.
great.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
Very emo of her.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff.
And you write like a
So
third
people
grader.
don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
Sure it does.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what I mean. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
I will.
Alright, Brendan, you
Yeah.
ready?
You ready?
Sure, I guess.
Yeah, Brendan.
Whoa.
Look at those titties.
Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words.
Perfect.
Hold on.
I love it.
Holy fuck.
Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
Ah, so it's that bad.
No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes, and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's
Fucking
fine.
pig.
I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And have been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick writing styles separate from the topic matter and then form fit the two together. The end result is that both the styles and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for, pig. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part for you.
Fuck.
It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things.
Hey, bro, she's a bitch.
No, I'm a bitch. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? Oh.
Well, never mind. I should be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. You'll need it.
Alright.
Goddamn.
Fucking call me out like that. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her.
It's not.
Which which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Oh, fuck me, that cursive.
Why can you read cursive?
Yes, I can. It's just gonna be a little struggle with the accent. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sticking blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, comb, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back.
Ooh, shivers, shivers.
Shiver me timbers.
I'm sorry, I have such bad handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
I was. But it took you a long time to read.
I was trying to read in your accent, you know. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild for your mind. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
I want to be a ghost. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Cinnamon.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experience in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on that.
Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're even if they're just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Well, maybe not Suki's.
Damn.
Definitely.
This
Damn.
is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's why I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Hey, Batman, tone it down.
Eh? Did you say something, pig?
Oh, no, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I assert the dominance over
I
you.
guess you could say it's Hansi.
Ah! Thanks, monkey. Yours is cute.
Cute. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can it be that cute?
I know that. It just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come with something nice to say? Thanks. but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
Fuck you, say to me. I was looking for suggestions. I would ask someone else who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way.
People with no brains.
Sayori liked it. And that bitch Cinnamon did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me, I don't need it. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change any soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring,
That's you.
which I have not.
you fucking bitch.
Being too loud. And Cinnamon liked the poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. And my boobs.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Eh? That's not what it is. You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Cinnamon appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh? How do you know what he didn't appreciate about my advice more? Are you that full of yourself, bitch?
Yes.
Aggressive.
No. Yes, no, maybe. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy pink one.
Is everyone okay?
This speech.
Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically...
Wow.
I was the one
Low blow.
whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Cinnamon started showing up.
That bitch.
Natsuki?
Natsuki, that's a little...
Shut the fuck up. This doesn't involve you.
I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turn towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Cinnamon. She's just making me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Cinnamon.
Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. avoiding them is not only unnecessary limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Cinnamon?
Well,
That was very well timed.
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Alright, group. You decide.
Maggie, you can hear us?
Yep.
Fuck Natsuki.
But no, yeah.
I'm honestly agreeing with that. I don't. At least that's the way I don't want the game plan to go.
So it's between Yuri and Sayori.
Yeah. That's
Right.
a tough one, actually.
E.T.
Help me. Do we want the Russian bitch?
I don't know.
You get the accent for all life, unless I kill myself.
I'm sure we'll. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll still get the accent. Sayori wouldn't be bad because she seems. I don't know. I don't know where to go.
Look at my boobs.
But Sayori's got boobs too.
She does, which is nice to
I
have.
have ass. Look at that ass. Ooh.
I can't really see, but
Blocked
Bigger
by
than
the
that
text
Suki.
box.
we haven't seen Sayori's ass yet.
Well, that's true.
You could just be packing the fucking wagon.
I really don't care.
No, Brendan, we need your honest opinion
Yeah.
here.
I mean, I like speaking in this accent, which is honestly me after not speaking English for a while, but still.
Oh, you'll still have a
I'm not
role to
supposed
play,
to
don't
have
worry.
weakness.
There's
She's
still
a
roles for
fucking
everyone, no
child.
matter what.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
really?
yeah, after this one, yeah, you're all good.
To be
So do
fair,
we wanna go
Sayori
for the-
kinda creeps me out.
Do we want to go for the purple-haired person, or do we want more of a neutral hair-colored person?
Well, I can just ask Cole the question I asked him earlier.
Deal.
Would you like to be fucked or get fucked?
That's basically the same response too.
Would you like to
Oh,
fuck or get fucked?
Alright, we're just going with the answer in which you guys got me earlier with the 1 and 2 then, I guess.
Yeah, that's a fair one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drawing up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayuri! Eh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayuri uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Cinnamon.
Friend.
Well,
Hey, fuck off. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings onto our conflict.
Yeah, unless they already wants to tell us to tell Yuri what a stuck-up bitch she's being.
Fucking whore. She would never.
Can I just
It's
interject
our
here?
immaturity that made her upset in the first place. You're immature, not me.
Sayori's boobs aren't as good as what that, like, cutscene made them look.
Yeah, right.
Glad we're on the same page.
alright.
But she does have hips, though.
Excuse me?
Look at my hips, look at that.
Wanting that big fucking ass of yours? Fuck off.
You got a line.
Oh, it's fucking me. I thought that was Brendan.
No!
Oh, fuck. Sorry. Sorry.
Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why.
Dadler.
Exactly why nobody fucking likes you.
Stop!
Huh.
Or
Natsuki? Yuri?
Bitch.
You guys are my friends.
Fuck.
I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people,
Your shit up.
and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting?
ah,
Because. Sorry, I was fixing my mic.
well,
Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they've always were.
Fuck you.
Big and beautiful.
she said it, not me.
Sayuri. Sayuri stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea. It's vodka.
Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing.
Fucking bitch.
So, this is why Sayuri is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return.
To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, but I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Ahaha.
Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that just means that Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she?
You could say that. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
All fucked up his mic.
Nice.
Wee woo, wee woo.
Shut the fuck up, Yuri.
Shut up, whore.
I'm gonna fucking beat your motherfucking ass.
Well, you'd want an ass like this, you sport.
Wish I got a fucking ass like that, but I got like 2 more years until I'm your age.
Well, I mean, by that age, you should be developed.
Hey, I fucking hope so. What's your workout routine too? Cause I need to know that fucking shit.
Genetics, whore.
Alright, I fixed the mic.
Fuck you.
Genetics.
She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt.
That makes 2 of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot.
It's weird, I'm your sister.
Such a genuine person.
God damn it.
Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more.
No. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Cinnamon, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself. What? You beat me to it, damn it. I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Cinnamon. Ready to walk home? Sure. Let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Cinnamon, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught on to that kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this.
Poem time.
Alright. So we're going to save here before the poem.
Fair, I agree.
And everybody takes a turn picking from you three.
Let's start.
Brendan, since this is your first one, you get to pick the first word.
Massacre.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Maggie.
Unrestrained.
Matt.
It was lust. What?
It was lust.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Awesome. Awesome.
Oh,
Bren.
is it to me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh. Rose.
Rose.
Cage.
I like strawberries too.
Strawberry.
Suicide.
Right above.
Bread.
Let's do romance.
Spicy. Inferno.
Jesus.
Thank you.
Graveyard.
Yeah.
Let's do sensation. Ooh.
Ooh.
Fester.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Fester. Something adventure.
Ooh.
Let's do frightening.
Milk.
Milk.
Yeah.
Milk.
Milk.
Alright, Matt.
Milkman.
Death.
That's fitting. Let's do essence.
Oh, there was
Ooh.
bouncy.
Yeah, Bouncy's funny.
Tears.
Socks.
Sucks.
Sucks.
Let's do pleasure.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Bah.
Who likes that the most? Oh, of course.
You get last pick, Max.
Explode.
Hell yeah. Of course she likes it the most.
Explosion.
You're getting fucking pimped.
Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Cinnamon. Yo, Sayuri. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Eh? I'm just not used to being in the club, that's all. You being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks.
Rejected.
Swooped around that bitch.
That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayuri?
Oh.
Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really.
No.
I just wanted to look at it. Sayuri nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayuri. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. Ah! I give up! Don't make me feel guilty! If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty.
Jesus.
Jeez. Ah ha ha ha. The poor come again.
Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always.
Ah, I've been caught. I wasn't listening or anything, especially to the poor. It was just something in my book, of course.
Yuri! Tell Cinnamon to let me borrow some money.
That's, Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. I don't associate with poor. Besides, you should only buy what you can reasonably afford. Like cocaine.
Of course.
And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just say my thoughts out loud? I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book.
I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's the fun side of you.
Is that's there's no way you could really think that unless you're a masochist.
You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution.
Jesus.
Retribution.
That.
Still coming for you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there?
Don't let her fool you. Sari knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on. Give me more credit than that, Sayuri. What?
What the
fuck?
Somebody
Did
just
you
got
hit her?
slapped. Somebody got slapped. Yeah! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
It's the small one.
Ow! What was that?
Shut the fuck up.
Eh? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked.
What
What did I say?
I was going to give it to you. But I heard you blabble about the fucking cupcakes. It was totally worth it seeing your reaction, though.
Why'd you turn into Fat Albert?
Could switch voices.
Midway through.
No,
That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue.
You're going through a lot of just one cookie.
God damn it, Matt.
what? You changing voices?
No, I'm gonna go back.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Please. Beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one?
Dude, she
Fucking
definitely
hate
just
black.
gave her the oatmeal raisin.
Yeah, that's tough.
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Hehe. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her.
Thank you.
Jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to snudge Sayori off of her. Oh. Alright, Maggie's gonna be taking over my voices for a second while I take the dog outside.
Okay.
Give me that.
Yep, because you need to hear them.
Alright, friends. Ooh. I get music now. Okay.
Congratulations.
Alright.
Harry. Did you seriously just do that?
Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica,
Sorry.
you're skipping too fucking fast. Hey,
Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Matthew.
Where's Monica? Anyway.
Good question. Have any of you heard anything of her being late today?
Not me. Yeah, I haven't either.
She must be USA spy. That's a bit unusual.
What's wrong with the US fucking A?
Pigs.
I hope she's okay.
Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
Ooh, guys,
He's
I'm
sucking
popular.
dick.
Eh? You don't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised by the whore. She probably more desirable than all of us combined.
I guess that's true.
Jeez. Excuse me?
Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh?
I've returned.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, you missed nothing.
Eh?
We lost the bitch, Monica.
Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed.
She's at the table.
Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Ah, well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track time. Ah,
Makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell, at least.
I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano.
There you were. Piano. I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica.
Ah, I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica.
That's...
Monica looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Cinnamon.
Monica smiles sweetly.
Damn.
Ah,
It's weird.
I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayuri's mischievous escapade. I'm not sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway.
You.
It looks like everyone has finally already settled down. Sayuri somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet.
Yay.
Fuck you.
Natsuki's in the closet?
Yeah.
I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more,
To keep myself busy.
but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages.
Ah,
Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hiding her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
oh. It's fine. If I was forced, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place, because everyone stares at me. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, I bought this in a sex ed guide, and that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
I
And
see.
porn.
Liar.
There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story of a cowboy and a wife.
Is that so? What's it about, anyway?
Well...
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away.
He's not actually gonna read it.
Basically, it's about a girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as you see, she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experimental prison in Russia.
Jesus.
And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart like in Siberia.
That's kind of... It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So that dark turn came out of nowhere.
Ahaha.
Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of this sort of thing, Cinnamon?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of story... Oh, that's your line, sorry. Ah, I got carried away.
Yeah, you did. So anyway, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I?
Yeah.
Not again. I'm sorry.
Just the quiet yep
Yep.
in the background. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I get horny. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
Ah, that's... Well, that is true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Oh, you don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
You're too close. Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I am sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Oh, alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read.
I'm staring to your soul.
It's it's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's. Then I hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching.
Oh my god.
Feels like my
Scandalous.
left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kinda difficult to turn the page.
Here. God damn those fucking tits on me.
Then stop complimenting your own tits.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book.
Oh my
That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side.
god.
But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready to turn the page?
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not used to reading, right?
Oof.
Fucking smile.
I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer.
Jesus.
That's side eye though.
It's probably the least I can.
Right, Mag? That fucking side eye. Jesus.
Since you've been so patient with me.
She's
Yeah.
just a little creepy.
Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
Oh, you think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but you've got that Middle East, like, not Middle East, Eastern European accent, and this, whatever. But she also second guesses all the things that she says and does.
Poor Brendan.
Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong.
Aww.
It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
The smile's gone. Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But Cinnamon. That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
Brendan,
What
stop
are you
moaning into
saying?
the mic.
What are you saying all of a sudden? How else am I supposed to read that? Ah?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Ah.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
Oh, it's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight? Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too many of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. If
Alright.
you don't finish, I skin you.
I stand up.
Pitching.
I'll make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then I slip it back into my bag. Our character's a sociopath if he doesn't use a bookmark. What the heck?
right?
Actually,
Holy shit, you'll forget.
How are you going to remember?
Alright, everybody. Do we
We
just
can't
go
choose,
from the
Yuri.
top down? Just go top
No, we
down?
have to choose. We have to choose.
Alright, class. Choose.
Alright, I don't
boys.
think we should choose Yuri. We gotta keep her on our toes.
Ooh.
I choose Matt.
Wait, but what if we don't have time for Yuri?
We don't need to have time for her. Fuck her. We have to keep it on our toes so we can get all 3 at once. All 4, technically.
I'm his sister, that's weird.
Yeah, but you're only Monica. We don't have to choose her. We have 2 other options then, too.
But you said all 4.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's weird. So 2 options. I'm just thinking, if we just keep her on our toes so we don't even pick her this time.
Ooh. Brendan input?
Also gives Brendan a break.
Yeah. Let's go Natsuki.
Ah,
Yes.
alright.
Ready?
Natsuki.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I can't wait to read her
Well,
poem.
it's not really any worse than your last one.
Oof.
Wow.
But I can't really say it's any better either.
Phew.
Huh? You? What?
Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical.
Hey, what makes you? Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad you got to see someone recognizes my experience. Well, then maybe keep practicing, and maybe you'll be as good as me someday.
That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point.
Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. What the fuck?
You think so?
Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type.
Sayuri has a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know. But honestly, can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Damn.
Are we
Jesus.
calling Cinnamon fat?
Ugh. That was a
Yeah.
little unnecessary.
Yeah, I'm kind of fucked.
But to think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away, like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way.
Whatever. I don't get it. Oh, yeah. I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem.
Alright.
Damn, bro, she's
Here. She's kind of fucked. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has such a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders, and that's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me, but she likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start talking to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. I'm gonna tell everyone.
Dude, this feels more like propaganda than it does a poem.
It really does. She's just going off. Holy shit.
Amy.
Hate mail for Amy.
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it.
You're not wrong.
Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Yeah, fucking Yuri. Of course it's about everyone thinks my... That doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of a weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of. You think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy?
Is she Amy in this scenario?
It's a good point.
I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too.
It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it.
Goodness.
No.
So, time for me to talk to myself?
Yeah, basically.
Yes, yeah.
Dope. Cinnamon, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. Eh? I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's, and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... No way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much he likes something.
What?
But I don't think it's that... What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. What? Stop thinking weird things, idiot. Oh, fuck. Such
Bro.
a challenge. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah. I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can feel through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. Eh? I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayuri? I pat Sayuri's head. Hey,
Dumb bitch.
I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that?
Oof.
Maybe? Sayuri starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Cinnamon? Will you give me your poem? I kinda want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sayuri, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Ah! I broke my pencil. Sayuri hastily bends down to pick up the pieces she dropped. But being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down to pick up the broken pencil. Sayuri clutches the desk behind her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh. Sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez. Don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. Oh boy. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle of starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up, and in come my friends, and they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shreds, all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head.
Damn.
Wow.
Oh lord. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but... I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayuri's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than weeks later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright, who's up next?
Monica.
Hi again, Cinnamon. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
Alright. Hi. Great job, Cinnamon. I was going ooh in my head while I read it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low.
Same.
That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair.
Did she get flirty?
Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who uses simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry about so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turns out, so I hoped you do too.
Alright, let's take a look.
Save me. Jesus
Your voice-
God.
Your voice sounds like it's going.
The
Cry for
colors,
fucking help.
they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like,
You can just start reading normally, please.
like playing a chalkboard on a turntable.
Save your voice.
Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me.
Alright, guys.
Load me.
So, it starts with save me and then load me. What do you think we should do? Save the game and load it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
do it.
It's even more abstract than your last one, huh?
Ahahaha. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that.
My lungs hurt from that voice.
It's just the kind of thing I'd never really seen before, I guess.
I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. Still hard for me to tell what it's about, though.
Ahahaha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game.
Should we save the game?
Duh.
Yeah.
On to page 2.
I'm
Thanks,
scared.
Monica. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, Is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Ah ha ha ha. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Good thing we saved.
Oh boy.
Alright,
Aw.
on to Yuri.
Ooh.
Hope you're
Name's up.
ready.
Let's see what you've written for today.
Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
Cinnamon. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing.
Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty.
How do you visibly swallow?
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
questioning.
audibly swallowing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not used to this.
Used to what?
I don't know.
It's fine. Take your time.
Cole's losing his voice.
Thirsty, I'm out of water. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I guess I'm not. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her.
Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess.
Yeah.
It probably sounds really stupid. Okay, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it excites me. It just makes me really happy.
Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it.
I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why.
I have no friends.
Anyway,
Yeah, you fucking don't.
do you want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. Okay. The raccoon.
Yep, broke character for that one.
It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more, like my father. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge, the moon in cements its place and reflects that much, more light off to my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Did she kill the raccoon?
Sounds like it. Jesus.
Interesting.
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem is about.
I cut the raccoon. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style of me murdering animals, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, or sorry.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way I feel for me to indulge in more unusual hobbies.
What the fuck?
It's
Baby
those
killer.
sorts of things that I'm supposedly forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them in detail.
Huh. That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for strange interest?
Eh? She kills animals too? She did?
Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody.
She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way?
Yeah. I read it like 10-15 minutes ago. Sounds like you two have that in common.
That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. She gets flustered easily.
Don't worry, I have no reason to.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad you're a good listener.
Just a really good reader, that's all.
Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
This is about the festival.
Well, sort of.
Ugh, do we really have to do something for that damn festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of gaining any new members.
Brendan.
Brendan.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations.
Don't worry so fucking much. We're gonna keep it fucking simple, okay?
God damn.
We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some of the pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually fucking going to do for the event.
Ah, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're gonna be performing.
Performing?
Penis. Monica.
Yeah, we're gonna be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also gonna let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori is putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
You kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this. You know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
Too bad.
I agree with the small one.
Fuck you.
I could never in my life do something like that. I'm not a
Too bad.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys.
No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask of them to recite their poems out loud while to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone that what literature is all about.
Yeah. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun.
That's right. And it's those reasons we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. Right? I know we all do, right? And if it takes standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. You don't have a choice.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Young Matthias.
Oh fuck, sorry. Well. Well, maybe, but...
It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Ugh. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
Alright.
Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces.
I guess I don't really have a choice.
That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri.
This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way.
Monica. This is too sudden.
Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers?
Oh no.
Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
No. Aha, of course. Now let's see.
Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem.
Monica begins to recite her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a deep breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica.
Ahaha, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori?
Go next.
Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches the sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium.
This poem is called...
Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri.
It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye.
Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like that what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structures that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat.
Run, bitch, run. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Ahaha. Sorry, I giggled. Sayuri.
Goddamn.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way.
I see. Okay then. Sayuri begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery, like Sayuri is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Cinnamon liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery.
I don't really understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone.
Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know?
Okay.
Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Cinnamon. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway.
We're well aware.
Might as well let Cinnamon lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Natsuki? It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Fuck. I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because... Oh, fuck.
Because you're presenting.
Anyway, the poem is called... Jump.
Natsuki takes a deep breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if given life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's not a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
That's just how it is. So...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day.
I can't wait.
I can do this. I can do this.
Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep.
Look at you two. Always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Cinnamon. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I'll walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well,
We would
okay,
walk with
boys.
Yuri.
Go walk home with Sayori.
Oh, damn.
Wow, you do that to me.
I was gonna say Yuri.
Yeah, but then we're stuck with Yuri. We gotta keep our options open, I'm thinking.
But if you commit to Sayori, you're committing to Sayori.
Oh,
You gotta keep
you're right. I didn't
Sayori
think of
on her
that.
toes,
but she lives
too.
right next door to us.
So?
Yeah, which
It
is
makes no sense to walk
kind of
home with
awkward.
Yuri.
Where does Yuri live?
No, apparently not next door to us.
In Russia.
But,
Yeah, fuck.
but
Take the ship
you don't
every
want to
morning.
commit to Sayori either.
Yeah, that's a big commitment either way. Can we just choose neither?
No, you gotta
No.
choose one.
I would say Yuri to her face, and then if there's an option for, like, if anything happens with Yuri, we would pick Sayori or somebody else. You know, like.
Yeah, I like that.
So what's the verdict?
Brendan?
Huh?
You good with picking yourself, Brendan?
Yeah, that's fine. I love myself.
Okay, good.
Good to hear.
Oh, not really.
So
but
Yuri?
yeah.
We're picking
Yeah.
Yuri. Final answer.
Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound?
Ooh.
Jesus.
I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayuri. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off, and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me in such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time.
Nothing good.
Alright, so we're gonna save it here, and we'll pick up with the poem next time.
Yay.
Because it is 1:30 in the morning.
It is
Yeah.
very late.
So, once again,
Yeah.
this is Reading with the Boys. This is a story night that we host every Thursday night. We're going to be recording it every Thursday night for those that miss it and or want to go back and watch it. But after, listening to some of the words that we've used in this choice select video, I'm definitely going to have to make this a verify you're an adult video on YouTube.
You didn't say it was family friendly.
Yeah, no.
Well, this really isn't a family-friendly game, but anyways, I hope that y'all have a good night, and tune in next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.